Bam, and we back in action already.
Yes, sir. Episode 19 of the
Big
DP Show.
9.
Woo.
We're about to be in the top 10% next week.
Yep.
That's when
On episode 20?
20 episodes, yeah.
Top 10, 90% of everybody else quits by now. That's insane.
Bunch of losers out there. That's all I'm hearing. So we had a guest set up today, but he has been unresponsive. So we're going to run this whole episode off the cuff. Had questions set up and everything, but that's okay.
That's fine.
Life happens.
We're experienced.
Dude, we're professional podcasters.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I mean, who else can say that?
You want to talk about the highlight of yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Seeing an alien?
I swear it was alien. There's no other explanation of what it could be.
So we were both riding in the Mommobile, a.k.a. the Batmobile, and driving down a road, and there was a yellow light. And mind you, it's cloudy out. There's some stars straight above us, but nothing in front of us. There was like a yellow light that just took off faster than anything I've ever seen. It looked like it was leaving what we could see. And we're like, dude, maybe it's a shooting star. But there's like no trail on it. Mostly shooting stars, like white, like the stars normally.
I don't know if you could tell, but like I felt like I saw like the light, and then it felt like there was like a circle around it.
It could have been.
Like,
I was driving, so I was trying to get us to our destination safely.
It's like the rest of it was like a black, and then you could see the light on it.
Yeah.
And you just see the little outline behind it.
It was like going like outward. Like
yeah, but it wasn't shaped like a plane to me either, or a helicopter.
It was like a circle to me.
Yeah,
like, it was
and
like,
it just took off outward.
It was so fucking fast too.
It was like it
so
showed
fast.
up, sat there for a second, and then just gone.
Yeah.
It looked straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Dude, it was
like they were
wild.
taking off.
They
They were
wild.
going warp speed or whatever. That's exactly what it looked like. And there's no other explanation for it.
And we were sitting there, and we weren't sitting there. We were sitting there driving. And I was like, dude, did you see that?
I was like, yeah. Did you see that? We were both just dumbfounded, baffled, had no idea what was going on. We were like, that's an alien, right?
You know what I just thought about right now? I just had dreams last night about seeing shooting stars.
And you never have dreams.
No. But there were like white shooting stars flying around, and like you could see the tails and stuff.
Like how they should be.
Yeah.
That was not a shooting star.
Dude, that was not a shooting star.
No, not at all.
That was not a shooting star.
That was insane. I've never seen that. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. That's the only reason I think it's aliens.
No.
And it's too, the sky wasn't clear enough for stars, and planes, even though we have an airport, like we're driving towards an airport, that's not the direction they take off from or the direction they land.
No, and then we seen a plane like 2 minutes after. But
yeah, and we're like, that's obviously a plane.
Yeah, every plane has the red and blue light, or green and red lights on their wings.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. Sam, It was not a plane, at all.
It took off just weird.
It was so fast, dude.
So fast.
It was so fast. Like so up in Michigan, like you go to the Upper Peninsula, like the northern half of the state. There's like a lot of stars up there, and you can see shooting stars every night. So I've seen it before, and it was nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like there was no tail. It was just a yellow circle. It looked like to me that just took off.
Yeah, I've seen shooting stars, but it's like out here in the country. There's no lights on or anything. And It's the clearest night.
This was in the middle of the city.
Of the summer, basically.
Yeah.
No,
this was in the middle of the city. Wild.
There's no other explanation.
No. My buddy, did I ever show that video of my buddy at work, the orbs that he's seen? That was during Christmas time when the government was putting drones everywhere. There was he's seen like, it's a shitty video, but it was like 2 like orbs that was like moving around in like weird ways. I gotta show you after this. Yeah.
Dude, that kind of stuff gets me excited.
I know.
'Cause, like,
I know.
Let's just play hypotheticals. Like, aliens exist, right?
Yeah.
And then they contact us, they come here, and then they like integrate into society. I think it'd be pretty lit.
The shapeshifters.
Yeah, unless they're already here, then it's like it's kind of scary because like why aren't they just like, yo, what's up? Instead, they're being sneaky.
Yeah, but it's like us watching monkeys, dude. We just watch them.
Yeah, but the thing is, if we thought we could communicate with monkeys the way we communicate with like anything else or like with each other, then we would have integrated them into society.
Yeah. But I think they're just so far of it. I think a lot of it is the government just slowly releasing stuff. Now, do I think what we seen last night was the government? No, because that was very like subtle.
It was so weird.
It was so
weird. Like it wasn't moving until we like noticed
and
the
it was
light
just
there.
like gone.
And then you.
And it wasn't anything like anybody else saw. It was just like us sitting there driving and both seeing it at the same time.
Yeah, that was. Honestly, I don't know if I could tell that story and then like.
Well, like if
you weren't there, I could tell that story.
Like, if I told you that story, it would have been like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Like yeah, that's sweet. You seen that? I've never seen anything like that. Yeah. But it's like, you were right there,
dude.
And unfortunately, I don't have a dash cam.
You gotta get it. I was about to say you gotta get a dash cam.
I know.
So bad.
I know.
Because if you caught that on a dash cam,
I know. My other car would have.
That literally, it looks like a sci-fi movie. That's where they got the idea. Yeah. That's exactly why sci-fi movies are like that. It's because they're getting us ready. They're prepping us mentally.
Yeah. What's getting me was so fast. Like shooting stars are fast. Yeah, I get it. But this was like gone.
Yeah.
Like it was like a half a second in a travel. It was so fast.
Not even planes look like that when they take off.
No, I 100% I don't think it's a plane. It's either a shooting star or an alien.
Even watching a rocket launcher, you're like,
yeah.
And then it slowly starts taking off. That one just instantly gone into nowhere.
The zeitgeist.
And disappeared.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know. That was the highlight of my night. I think the government's running a lot of the aliens, or like a lot of the UFO sightings, stuff like that.
Yeah, like slowly letting it come out.
Yeah, like the whole time they could have told us that the drones were them, but they didn't. And what's weird is that the past 3 years, around the Christmas every year, that those drones have been showing themselves just more prominently this year, which is crazy. I don't know.
I think it's all crazy. I'm just
glad I experienced it with somebody else.
Yeah. Or it just wouldn't have the same effect.
Yeah, like nobody else would. Like, if nobody else understands, at least you understand. Like you believe me because you see it.
It's like catching it on video.
Right. Yeah. That shit was crazy. And then we went to B-Dubs and watched the worst fights. Gaethje.
That one's good.
Gaethje's very good. Yeah, we watched fights tonight. Gaethje did. That dude's just a dog. I mean, he
caught him with that hook.
Yeah, I mean, he would get rocked and then still just start stumbling forward back into it. Like, he
I'm not backing down.
Honey Badger don't give a shit, dude.
That's exactly what
Honey Badger don't give a shit.
That should be like his mascot.
Yeah. He didn't give a damn. But
that was great. That was a great fight.
That was a good fight, and I don't know who the Texas guy fought before that. He did well. What was and then it was Pereira fought the main event of the main card, and that was a god awful fight.
Well, dude, it kind of scares me, like the state of the UFC, if they all start to look like that. Like you have really good fighters with great striking and exciting fights, and then they just turn into getting smothered by wrestlers. Like I get it's part of the sport, but like it's not what we fell in love with the UFC for.
No, and that's the argument. Like what people is like, would you like to see like wrestling more, or do you like to see people duking it out? Because I mean that fight definitely wasn't the fight of the night. I mean Gaethje probably got the fight of the night, and then I mean Pereira did like an apology video afterwards saying that he's gonna have to make a new game plan for the rematch, and it's like I don't know.
It looked like he was just fighting not to lose.
It looked like he was scared.
Yeah.
Like he was scared to get knocked out again. Because Adesanya was the last one to beat him that just folded him like a lawn chair. But it's like he was scared to wrestle because the Dakistani guy. So, I forget his name.
Yeah.
But he's a huge wrestler. And then that's what like O'Malley's last fight. That's what happens when you like get people who are striker versus wrestler. Wrestling is the predominant like attribute of mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
So,
but I wouldn't mind like watching more wrestling if there was like crazier takedowns and it was just more exciting. Like they were beating him down on the ground or like catching him in really good locks, just and submitting people. Like that stuff is exciting. That's
Right.
awesome to watch.
Yeah.
But when you're just laying there for 5 minutes for 5 rounds,
Yeah.
or like just attempting to take down a guy that's scared to punch you for 5 rounds, like it's just so annoying. And I feel like part of that's like their training too. Like I feel like his coaches were just like the whole time just prepping him on how to not get taken down.
No, that's
so it's like in his head, it's like a
Yeah.
mental block. Like
Yeah.
I can't get taken down. And then they're not even focusing on how to take him down. You know what I mean?
No, and that was Ankalayo was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate to see because like I mean shit, we were there at 4 hours
Yeah.
again.
About to fall asleep.
Like, and I'm okay with a fight that ends in like the McGregor and Cowboy fight that ends in
That was
40
awesome.
seconds, but it's just like absolute mauling.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with that, but when you lean up against the fence and all you've trained is how to not be taken down, it's not too exciting, you know. And like Pereira's known for his knockout power, and would throw a nice jab and then back off like he's scared after the dude's wobbling. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. I was rooting for him, but I'm very happy he lost because
How poor his fucking
that was not a
showing
champion.
was. Yeah.
That was not a championship fight on his end. I mean, the other guy, sure, he could have done better, but I mean, he did his job. He worked the takedowns the whole time, and he pieced them up a few times. Like that, he did his job. Pereira just didn't do anything.
Exactly.
You know, I was not impressed.
I wasn't either. And honestly, like, we low-key should have left after the 3rd round.
Yeah. I think Jack had money on that.
Nah, his parlay got thrown off by like that first fight that he had
did
in the
it?
lineup.
Yeah. So
I think that guy got knocked out or something.
what's the parlay? Is that like a 3?
He plays like a 3-leg parlay on all the main cards except for the women's fight.
Oh yeah, it was whoever the Cowboy dude was, or the Texas guy that fought, he betted against the Texas guy, which I think is stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a redneck white dude from Texas fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up and comer,
Put your money in
27.
the right places.
Yeah, or he was like 27 years old fighting a 37-year-old. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah.
That's just,
But
this dude's getting into his prime.
Dude, one time I placed a parlay and I listened to Jack on every single one. I think every single one were wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that may be true.
Except for like the main card.
Yeah, I would never.
He was like Islam or something. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, I
obviously
mean,
he's winning
that
that.
dude's a dog. Yeah. No, so Islam Makhachev's another huge wrestler, which all those guys are from over there. Yeah.
His fights aren't boring.
Yeah, his fights are very entertaining because he like picks people up and slams them and talks shit while he's doing it and stuff like Khabib was very entertaining to watch. All he did was wrestle, yet he'll be yelling at Dana, like when he's beating the shit out of Conor on the ground. He's like, Dana, what's happening to your boy? And as he's kicking his ass right there against the fence with Dana sitting 10 feet away, and then would beat Conor, jumped this side of the ring and jumped into Conor's corner to go fight his whole team. Like, that's a little different. Like, that's what wrestlers should be. But it's just, you have, like, what really needs to be done is, like, 2 wrestlers going at it. Because that's when you get a submission. But, like, when you have, like, especially Pereira's, like, I think he was probably an inch or 2 taller, but his reach was, like, 3 inches longer or something like that. Yeah. And that is a master at striking and on his feet. It's very difficult to take him down, so you end up leading. And then when he doesn't even strike because he's too scared to lose, and then you have a wrestler that only can take down, that isn't good at striking, you end up having a fight.
Yeah. This is his main weapon and he's afraid to use it. So, like, and you can't expect to win that way, not throwing your best shots out there.
No, because a lot of it goes to the judges, too. I mean, there's only 3 judges, so it's like, do they like wrestlers more or do they like strikers more? But then a lot of times to become the champion, you got to legitimately beat the champion. But on the flip side, if you're the champion and you put out a shit performance, you don't deserve to be there, you know. Especially this guy that he was fighting, he had a lot of sanctioned fights or professional fights outside the UFC, but he was going into it 20-1 was his record with Pereira's 12-2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that record looks a lot better selling the next pay-per-view, you know.
Yeah.
But I would assume they're going to do a rematch right away, but I mean, I'll probably watch it, but I won't be as excited to watch it, you know.
Yeah, unless he just comes out and he's actually throwing shit. That's
well, I mean, he has to at this point, you know, like
that's the only reason or only way I'd be excited to watch.
Yeah, but I'm so let down on the first fight. It's like, yeah, I mean, I watch it just, you know, as entertainment, but it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting tangled up, dude. I'm getting eaten up. But food was good though. Kind of. It's not bad. B-dubs ain't bad. B-dubs a hit and miss with their wings, dude. It's either like they
I guess it just depends on who's in the back. Yeah,
it's like, do they sauce like the whole wing, or do they just like put like a couple drops on it and send it on its way? Yeah. Yeah.
But then you also don't want it drowned either.
I like it dripping.
You like it dripping?
Yeah.
You know. So some people are. It just depends.
Yeah, I like tasting like all the flavor and then a little bit of chicken. Yeah.
You like chicken with your sauce.
Yeah.
I got you.
No, that's right. Yeah. If I'm going to go all out, dude, I want it all.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. 100p.
Yeah, and then we played Uno on our phones.
Yeah.
But screw that game, dude.
You kind of got picked on. I ain't gonna lie.
You guys tag teamed me all night, dude. I mean, I felt comfortable with.
You were next to me in rotation. I know. It was part of it.
Yeah, I fucking ended one game with like 18 cards, dude.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing one game.
Yeah, I did that to you on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad.
And I think Jack finished with 20.
Yeah.
Like, that was bad.
JT complained the whole time and then won.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He's like, dude, these draws are so bad, and then wins the round.
Yeah.
We're like, what?
Yeah. That's what he normally does, though.
Yeah.
We were playing the archery game, and then...
You just calling BS on everything?
No, I kicked his ass the first game, and then the first round of the second game we played, he's like, dude, I quit. He didn't even play me back. He's like, dude, I'm done playing.
Because he was losing so bad?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's such a sore loser.
Yeah, it's funny because I can outshoot him in real life, too. And then I beat him in a game.
That word game was fun, too, bro.
Dude, fuck that word game, dude.
Yeah, I know you're not good at it, but no. I beat him. Dude, the first round, I was like... I guess I just had the worst letters and nothing clicked in my head.
Yeah.
And then he beat me because he added an S to one of the words I used.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. It's like...
I'm like, okay, so I would have won.
It's like plate and then plates is like double the points. I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Dude, spelling is not my strong suit.
Well, mine either. I know words. Sometimes the spelling doesn't work.
I don't know words. I played Sri in that game. I got like 4 words and she got like 17 or something like that. I don't play that game.
No, and then I started trying and I doubled those points. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Go back to climbing poles, dude.
Yeah. That's why you do manual labor. Good boy.
Bam.
All right.
What was the saying of last night?
Good boy.
Good boy.
I love that. Asking somebody to do something, they do it. Good boy.
Dude, the best is asking somebody to do something you know they have to do.
Yeah.
Like, open the door to go out of a building. Like, right before they do it, open the door, and they'll do it. Like, good boy.
It's so demoralizing. The cop ones are great, too. They're like, what's your badge number? They have to say
boy.
it. Good boy. It's so funny.
That's what I started doing last night, but I was like, good girl.
Good girl. But I got JT. He was so good. Oh, he was asking for some cheesecake and because I got some earlier and I was like, I got chocolate drizzle on mine. He's like, I'm getting caramel on mine, and I was like, oh, okay. And then he asked her and she was like, you want chocolate or caramel? And right as he's saying it, get caramel. And he says caramel. Good boy. Dude. Dude, our whole table went into a riot. You, me, Jack just started crying.
He gets so upset,
and JT just fucking shrank in his
He
chair.
gets so upset. Bro, that lady fixated on you, bro. When I asked her what the dessert menu is,
Dude, that was like fat shaming to the
bro,
fullest.
that's kind of hilarious. Like, she locked down the biggest dude at the table.
Yeah,
and said,
not even me. He brings up desserts. Him, like his fat ass wants desserts, and she starts explaining it all, and then she goes, "Oh yeah," and then on the chocolate cake, there's like these little chocolate drizzle things, and like at the Mexican restaurants, and then
no,
like
the chips.
yeah,
She said
the
ice cream with
chocolate
the
chips. Yeah. And then that's about when she logged in. That's when I noticed it, because I was like, she was switching back and forth, you know, like a normal waiter, looking at everybody, holding a conversation, and then she locks onto me for dessert, and I'm just like, I'm not breaking eye contact. Like I doubled down on that. I was like, yeah, yeah, makes sense. Like, nodding my head, giving her full eye contact, not breaking once. Just, I was like, this is fucked up.
I know you know that I know what you're doing.
I don't know. Maybe it was your eye contact was just too much for her, and she just felt safer with me. I don't know. But there was something behind it. I swear.
Everybody noticed.
Yeah, everybody. I was like, guys, did y'all catch that too? Am I the only one that flagged that? Like, I felt uncomfortable, and like, I don't even feel comfortable leaving a tip anymore.
Should have wrote on the receipt. Why'd you stare at me?
I know. I thought about leaving some kind of note like,
"Shut up, bro.
Please don't stare at fat people. It's weird." Like, something.
Only if she's seen you before you lost the weight, dude.
Oh, dude, she would have never stopped looking at me.
No, the whole.
She'd be walking away like backwards.
Yeah, but like, what's your second
like white shadow? Like, you know, it disappears in the shadows while staring at you. Yeah, it was. I've never had that before. That was so weird.
It's hilarious. Well, it isn't even racism. It was just fatism.
It had to have been fat shaming because it was dessert. And it was only that, too.
I don't know. Maybe she was just nervous.
Maybe
she just hated us because we'd been there 4 hours and ordered one thing.
Then why'd she stare at me?
I think it was...
maybe she was racist. I was the only colored fella there. So, I don't know.
It's just...
Well, we'll have to go back and try and get the same chick, because I'll ask her next time.
It's like in the car business when like the wife asks the question and you look at the husband to answer it.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, people hate that, or women hate that, which I completely understand. But it was funny. Like, I asked for a dessert menu and I asked what was on the dessert menu, and she locked on right on you right.
Yeah.
I was like,
for a whole monologue. A whole monologue. She was explaining something, and it was only directed towards me.
What was even better, you were the only one to order something.
Yeah, I did order something, so it was icing on the cake, or on the cheesecake.
Pun intended.
In my case, it was just, I don't know. I felt uncomfortable because I was in the corner too, like the farthest away.
And on top of that, we ordered desserts 3 separate times. She come back.
Yeah.
Because when Jack ordered, she's like, "Oh, do you want some yet?" I'm like, I'm gonna wait till I see what Jack's looks like. Yeah, that's okay.
She still stared at me too.
I know, that's crazy.
It's absolutely insane.
Type shit. Maybe she wanted you, bro.
Hopefully.
Maybe she wanted your cheesecake.
Maybe that's why I was so uncomfortable. I've never been wanted.
Oh, I know.
Except for by you.
My want's enough for the both of us.
Exactly. But yeah. Very interesting. Last night was fun. I feel like a lot happened last night. Between the aliens, the fights, the stare downs, the good boys, everything.
It was a typical night with the boys.
Yeah, it was.
Night, you know.
And then, of course, JT doesn't have his truck and has to have somebody pick him up from an event he went with Connor.
That he left when the event actually started.
Yeah.
The auctions started, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Yeah.
And he's
after he said he wasn't gonna go to the fights too.
Yeah, then he's like, "Oh, I pay for free beer." Jack's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I paid $20 for endless beer." And he's like, "You paid for the beer then?" Like, you fucking idiot.
He probably had like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I know. $20 for a Michelob is crazy.
Yeah.
Type shit.
That's how it was when we went to Nashville. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I was like,
yeah.
I don't enjoy drinking.
I've
anymore.
never paid for a beer before, like
That's
at
a good
bar
thing.
or anything.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's honestly a waste.
It's expensive.
It is. If you're going out to like a bar or sitting down in a restaurant,
Or like you and your significant others drinking.
yeah, it's
Woo.
between like $6 to $15 per drink, depending on what you get.
Yeah, I went to Nashville last month. Serena had a date night, and she got a glass of wine for dinner. It was a nicer restaurant. It was like $14.
Yeah,
And that wine was ass, dude. I tried some. It was bitter
it's something you gotta pick up.
and acquired taste. Yeah, I did not pick that up at all. That stuff was terrible.
Yeah, and some of them like it's
Like,
just
I
straight
need
up
some,
it's
like,
not for you.
sweet- Yeah. Yeah, she was like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm like, she's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I'll stick to my water.
Yeah, it's just it's such a
Turn this bad boy off.
it's so inflated when you go out, dude. It's crazy. The bars are horrible. It's like $10 a drink, just a beer.
Yeah, like you ask them what kind of wine it is, and then you'll look up the wine bottle and be like $12 for the bottle. Yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah, the markup's insane. They get you there.
Yeah, I mean, but who cares? You pay for the experience.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they probably just get you drunk enough where you don't care about the
you're
bill.
okay about the bill.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, just swipe the
Bill's not
card.
bad.
We'll look at it later.
What if I just fell asleep?
Mid podcast.
Mid pod, bro.
That'd be.
Dude, that's my favorite superpower is like Stu be talking to me and I'll be laying down. And she'd be like going on something that
You just fall asleep.
and I'll be like and then she'll look over and wake me up. Did you fall asleep? No, I've been lit. What'd I say? I don't know. I've done it so many times.
Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah.
I don't even fall asleep easily, but if somebody's
Oh, I do. I can fall asleep right away.
ranting in my ear about something, I could definitely do it.
Yeah, I almost fell asleep watching the fight last night.
Oh, I could have. If I just
Yeah.
closed my eyes, I could have been
I
out.
was closing my eyes. JT was laughing at me.
Yeah.
He tried recording me. I woke back up real quick. So you not catch me slacking, bro. You kidding me?
You don't even fall asleep all the way either.
Me?
Yeah, it's like you're halfway asleep, and then you
Yeah.
sense something going on. You're like,
Or power naps,
dude.
bro.
One night we were playing poker, and you were out, and you like lay down on the couch and started like dozing off, and I look over, mid sleep, starts fixing your hair. I was like, dude, there's no way you're doing that while you're dozing off. Who does that? It's like, oh, can't mess up my hair while they're trying to sleep. I've never seen that before.
No, because here's why.
I mean, honestly, it's a good skill to have. I've never seen
Here's
it,
why.
but I was
It's-
more surprised than anything.
Well, you probably were turned down, is what you're trying to say, but it's okay.
Slightly.
So, with all my hair shit, like my gel and stuff I gotta put in there, if I fall asleep and it's all messed up, it's gonna be like stuck like that when I wake up.
Yeah.
And I still have to go home. So I'm not gonna be caught lacking is what's gonna happen.
It was like 11 at night on a poker night.
Dude,
Going home.
I'm always on.
I'm going home to go to sleep after.
I'm always on.
Who are you trying to impress?
Maybe Donald Trump rolled through that night.
Like the people in your dreams that you don't remember?
I don't know my dreams.
Exactly.
What if old
You probably dream, you just don't
DT
remember.
rolled by? Yeah, I don't know. I've tried looking that up about not dreaming. And I can't find. I didn't do too much in-depth research, but I didn't find much answers. Because I thought like REM sleep you had dreams, but I think maybe deep sleep you don't have dreams. I
It's
don't know.
deep sleep, you don't have dreams. It's like your brain's like completely shut off. And I think it's like a lighter sleep. That's why usually when people when they wake up
Yeah.
from a dream, it's like right towards the end of their sleep because they're slowly waking up.
Gotcha. Yeah, your brain's kicking back up.
Yeah.
Maybe I just go in deep sleep right away,
Yeah, it's just so quick that
which
it's
is good. Maybe that's why I fall asleep so fast.
yeah.
Yeah, because I can take a solid 10-minute nap, like set a timer for 10 minutes, and I'll be asleep by minute 8. And, so I don't know. I dig it though.
Yeah, it's a good skill to have compared
Yeah.
to not being able to sleep.
Yeah, I think a lot of us trying to be as tired as you can be before going to sleep,
Yeah, that definitely helps.
because then you just knock out right away. Yeah. How you feeling about the podcast so far?
Pretty good.
We're
For
deep
just
in it.
like
We're deep, dude.
off the cusps.
Like uncharted territories with how
Oh,
deep
this
we are.
episode or
No,
the
just
whole
in
experience
general.
so far?
The whole experience.
Oh,
so
dude,
far.
I love it. I absolutely.
Yeah.
I was talking to Drew's brother. His name always escapes me, but I was talking to him at Stacked yesterday about it and
Stack.
how differently we speak and how we're slowly changing episode to episode,
Yeah.
becoming more and more comfortable on camera and speaking and articulating our words, using less likes and ums.
Yeah, and how our connection off the camera is even becoming more.
Yeah, it's like triangulating and just
Yeah, to a
slowly
point.
getting
Of no mind. Anyway, yeah, no, I've been enjoying it. It's been like a lot of people like that we've had on will come on and like oh, that's a lot funner than more
they have a
enjoyable.
good time.
Yeah. Like Michael was like the person that come on last time. He loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, man, if you guys ever need somebody, come back on, let me know. He actually, well, Sriya planted the seed, but Michael actually had a good idea about the curtains behind us. So
Yeah, it
This
was his when he gave the input. There was
there's a reason behind it.
reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
Other than it looks good
Which,
or pretty or
yeah. So what his thought was that for like noise cancellation and then light filtering, basically, because like the camera when you'd watch the previous episode would always be fighting if it needs to be darker or lighter throughout
just
it.
based
So-
off the clouds going by.
Yeah, so hopefully, or even movement in the screen, you know, but hopefully, since we've canceled all the light out and just have one light source, it's going to be a lot better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it will.
yeah. Sri already said we had to change the curtains when she moves in.
Why?
Well, she wants thinner ones.
Well, no, that defeats the purpose of cutting out the light.
Well, we'll move the podcast room into your room whenever you move out.
Well,
and
then you can just move these in there.
That's what I told her. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, because this would, one of those would cover that big one, and then you could split the. You just have to buy new
Little rods.
new ends.
Yeah. Yeah, or you may not even need them. Maybe.
You need like 2 new ends,
Yeah, probably.
a couple more hooks.
Yeah. So that I got informed that today, which I kind of figured was going to happen.
Yeah, I think it looks really good though when it's on the hooks and stuff too.
Yeah.
Pretty profesh.
Profesh, yeah.
Yeah.
She was teaching me how to fold them properly so they don't wrinkle.
That's a thing.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I learn something new every day with her.
Like to put them up or just to leave them there?
No, to like hang them on the hook. So like the natural creases in
the
there, you
natural
want to fold it
creases.
so like it doesn't crunch up. So when you let it go, it's flat. Just like
Oh,
pants.
yeah.
When you hang pants
I
and
mean-
you have the crease.
That makes sense. It's not. I don't think it's something we're really worried about.
No, but I'm a little OCD, so.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine getting stabbed by one of these by a deer.
Yeah.
Like, fuck around and find out. I mean, that's just bone sticking out.
Even if it was just one.
Yeah, I mean, like, just getting speed. A lot of that happens to people. Especially, like, if you're walking out in the woods and... I probably wouldn't happen during the wood. Probably more so the daytime, but... Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just get caught in a situation
And
and... Bam.
you're done.
Bam.
Skadoosh.
I was going to talk about Bitcoin. That's at, like, 86 right now, is it not?
It's been jumping a lot. Let me look.
Oh, I just had it pulled up. I think I deleted it. No,
82.
80. Is it 82?
82 and a half.
82,775. Well, I haven't refreshed my page, so. Yeah, so I guess I didn't hold at the 100 like we were planning to.
Yeah, well, not everything goes to plan.
No.
And that's why we're not financial advisors.
No, we're financial spenders. How's your day trading been going in the morning? What you been learning about that? Or?
It's really up and down. Like, if I was just better at cutting off losses, I'd probably be up more money. But it's a learning experience, cause like it's hard because you get a bad entry, but you can save it sometimes.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like if you
Yes.
hold it long enough, it'll save it. But if you get a bad entry and then you try and hold it and it just never recovers, you just lose more money.
Right. So like if you put in like $100 at like let's just say $3 a share and it goes like up to 6, and then it drops down to like $2 a share, do you lose more money, or is it just you lose that $100?
Where'd you get in at?
Like $3, and then
You
it
lose
drops.
money.
So you lose
if you
more
get
than
out at
$100.
two. Yeah. No, you won't lose more than $100, but you'll lose money.
So what if it then jumps back up to 8? Do you still have money to regain?
That's when you can take out for a profit.
Correct. No, yeah, I get that. So even though you've lost all your money essentially to where technically you'd be in the negative, and then you go back up, you still have money.
Yeah.
Essentially, so I gotcha. Huh. Yeah, because don't you like follow people online and kind of?
Well, like I follow a lot, some people online that like give out stock advice and then like certain patterns that they trade, because there are patterns in the system. Yeah. And then like certain candles show certain things like weak points and where resistance is and all of that. And like once you start reading it, and like sometimes when I get in there, I can see it and just be like, oh, this is perfect setup. And then sometimes it doesn't take off, and sometimes it does.
Right.
It just depends on what everybody else is thinking in the market, because that's what it's basically based off of.
Other
where you get your pricing. Yeah.
I've seen like this one video. There's like a graph basically where like you just match like the tops and bottoms, and like you draw an arrow, and like this will be like the breaking point where it either goes up or down. Is that true?
Yes and no.
Okay, yeah, that was like that to me. That sounded a little too easy. I was like, well, that doesn't.
The thing is, like in the market, there's so many different indicators and different ways to chart, and even if like the hard part about those trend lines that they're drawing,
right,
is that if somebody else draws it a little differently, they're just completely different.
Right. Yeah.
Like say this one's the tilt is a little longer, and then this tilt is a little steeper.
Right.
Their endpoints are completely different.
Yeah.
Compared to like this.
Or if they put in more money than that to sway the market. How much money do you have to put in to change a market drastically?
Like
millions. Okay. Do you think people are doing that every morning? They gotta be.
Maybe on like the higher traded stocks with a lot more
like safety
quantity going through them.
Yeah.
They can sway it more. And a lot of it's the hedge funds, the people that like you give your money to invest. It's those people that can control a lot of the market, and they can also see different levels where people have like stop losses and stuff.
Right.
So they know when to like pull out, like the best time to pull out, just because like they get extra data because of how much money they're playing with, I guess. Or I don't understand it all, but.
Well, it's a learning curve. It's a huge learning curve that you'll never not or be done learning.
Yeah, even the best people lose money, but...
We got 10 seconds.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, we'll pause. We'll come back because I want to go more in depth about this.
Right.
Yeah, so swaying the market essentially, like... So you're saying more like you said the hedge funds is
the hedge funds, or if like somebody's following... or a bunch of people are following a certain person's trades, that can sway the market.
Is it like Nancy Pelosi? Isn't she like top dog?
That's more of insider trading.
I know.
That's not swaying the market.
That's being a crooked
That's
Democrat.
making legal decisions that can change the market.
Yeah.
But no, as far as like swaying, some of the hedge funds have some kind of power like that. And then like back when that whole GameStop fiasco went on. That was
huge.
That was cool.
Crazy.
It was basically like a bunch of people on Twitter got together and were like, let's all run this shit up.
Yeah.
Because people, a lot of hedge funds and big companies shorted it. So once they lost a certain amount of money, they had to pull out. And when they pull out, it just pulls out the price even more. The more people that get in, the more the price goes up. And it just made so many people so much money, but hurt so many hedge funds and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how, like, essentially over time, Bitcoin worked out where people just started putting a little bit of money in over time. It created, granted, GameStop was like overnight, wasn't it? That was like, that was like in a 2-day span or something.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Even then, it's still, like, after that, it was still doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
As far as jumping all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, you can make a tremendous amount of money really quick. But a lot of that's being lucky, though, isn't it? Like educated luck.
I mean, it's more of like educated gambling. Because you can,
Right.
a lot of the times you can assess the risk you're taking based off of percentages and where the market shows where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because, like, they call them, like, resistance and support levels and stuff. So, like, your support would be down here. Like, you just see the stock just bouncing off this all the time.
Right.
So, it's a really, the more times it bounces off of that, the stronger the support is.
Okay.
And then wherever it bounces off on the ceiling, that's your resistance.
Yeah.
And you see that bounce off there. Well, if one of those breaks, usually if it breaks pretty hard.
Yeah, like drastically.
Yeah, so we're looking for the breaks on the support because, like, shorting's really risky.
Right.
Because there's no...
More times than not in stocks.
There's no end to how far it can go up.
Right.
But there's an end to how far it can go down.
Right, yeah.
So if you're shorting something, there's a lot more risk involved. Right. But, like, once it breaks something like that and the more people are buying stocks or shares of that, the more it's going to keep going up because they're seeing that it's taking off, and then certain patterns start develop and people just get in and
look at the
make
history
money.
of it. Yeah. How do you fixate on a stock when you look at day trading in the morning? Like, are you researching the night before, or are you just following, like, people on Twitter?
I'm not following any trades that people are making. I have a subscription to, like, a scanner that scans the market and then, like, tells you what kind of news is being put up about those certain stocks.
Yeah.
And as it's scanning the market, it's showing what kind of stocks are getting an influx of shares being bought or sold.
How accurate has that
how
been?
much volume is coming through there. A lot of times when a stock has a lot of volume, that's when it's going to really jump up and down really quick. And that's what you're looking for, the volatility of it. And that's when you can make 10-20% of what you put in within 5 minutes.
Right, yeah, which is what you're shooting for every morning.
Yeah. And if you can make 10 to 20% off of however much money you're using every day, you're going to have a good month. And then if you do that every month, it's a good year. You know?
Right. And then you get to start playing with more and getting more, and it's a domino effect.
And it compounds too. If you're getting 10 to 20% every time you do it, you're going basically full in every time.
How do you do your taxes at the end of the year or something like that?
It's
Do they give you like a win-loss statement like gambling, essentially?
I think it's like capital gains tax.
Yeah.
So
Cause
I'm not really sure. It's not like I've done it long enough to get taxed on it or made enough to get taxed on it.
Yeah.
I've just been kind of playing with it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're making let's just say $200-300, a week, but you do that over a year, I mean that's a good little side thing to do.
Yeah.
But then it's just same thing. Like if you do it for an entire year, you're gonna get better at it.
Yeah, and I've been watching like videos and stuff on it since I was in like early high school, like freshman year, just kind of like watching it, playing with it.
Which is good because that means it's something that actually interests you.
It is really interesting. I like patterns, numbers, and recognizing things. And
the guy in the chair, bro. That's all you do. The guy in the chair.
I like fooling around with that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know. A lot of it makes sense in my head, and for some reason, when like everything makes sense and then it works, it just feels so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that endorphin rush. You just feel like a genius. How accurate has that system or scanner you've been using?
Well, it doesn't tell you which ones are going to go off for sure or when to enter or any of that. So like, it's really accurate. It does the job it's supposed to do. Like it tells you what stocks are moving up really quick or making big jumps or gaps. And it tells you the ones that have like way more relative volume than usual, or
like more people are getting an action on it.
And like what I'm trading is stocks between like $1 and like $10.
I was about to say, so you stick with the dollar stocks.
Yeah, and then and they usually have like low floats, low market caps, and then when there's just so much volume coming in because there's like good news, they just merge with some company. I traded one time with that. It like had some kind of deal with Disney. They were like a streaming platform, and they signed some kind of contract with Disney, and they went from like $1.50 to $4 so like in a couple hours. Just create like those kind of things, and then you have like $1,000 or like 1,000 shares. It's easier to say,
Right.
and it jumps up $3. That's
But
$3
you have-
grand.
Yeah, like, or you have 10 grand in that, you just made 30 G's off,
Yeah,
in a couple hours.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's all a numbers game, and I like numbers and patterns and stuff. That's the only reason I'm interested in, and it's a way to make money.
Yeah, I think it's good you've been interested in it for so long.
Yeah, that's the other
I
thing.
think that's because you won't really experience burnout very much, or like you'll be able to absorb a lot more while you're trying to learn because you enjoy, like, what you're learning or what you're reading about,
Yeah.
So, or like when you're doing the action, you actually process more information because you're actually trying to learn it, That's what I've noticed. Like a lot of times, like if you're not trying to learn something, you don't obtain, I would say, like 80% of it outside of if you actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole, I just put money in stocks for like the long term and then I just forget about it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I
that's the best way to do it, honestly.
Which is kind of more like a retirement kind of setup.
Yeah.
But the whole day trading thing, I know.
That's more of investing. I'm not really investing. I'm playing the market.
Right.
And it's a whole different ordeal itself.
Which maybe when, AIs run everything, that's something that maybe one's a prominent thing to do for income. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, that's a lot of people can lose a lot of money that way, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Very quickly, yeah. Because wasn't there something like that you had set up where, like, you only could trade a certain amount of times a day because you didn't have, like, a broker?
Oh, yeah, I had to switch the certain kind of account I had.
Is it a brokerage account you needed?
No, they're both, like, brokerage accounts. There's, like, a margin account, which allows you to trade with margin. And I wasn't trading with margin. I thought I was on a cash account. And it was literally just a tab that I didn't click.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like, the only difference is, like, on a margin account is that you can, if your balance is less than 25 grand, then you can't make multiple day trades throughout a week.
Right.
Like, you're limited to 3 a week.
Right.
But in a cash account, you're allowed to make as many as you have buying power, and your buying power has to settle for 24 hours. So I make a trade and I say I have $1,000 in there. I make a trade and I use $500. I still have $500 that I can still play with. Now, if I use the whole 1,000 in that one day, I have to wait 24 hours for that money to settle.
And then get essentially your
So then the
loss.
next day I can use whatever is left from that trade.
Right. So, and how quick can you pull money out when, like, you see it dip and you click sell? Is it, like, instant almost, or is it, like,
pretty
a delay?
instant.
Yeah.
A lot of it depends on your broker and how it's set up. Some of them are dealing with straight from the market, and then some of them have to. I don't know the exact steps involved, but
Yeah, it's
like pretty close. And it also depends on
how many people.
some of the brokerages, a lot of the ones that have like no fees connected to every trade you make, or
Oh yeah, so they're not
like it's
taking
free to
money.
trade.
Yeah.
They're actually like scalping off the 0.00 cents.
So they're getting their fees that way.
So they're not taking like a whole penny, but they're taking like
It
a
adds
tenth of a
up.
penny
Yeah.
off of like 500 million shares.
Right.
So it correlates to thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars just from scalping it. That's why they don't charge anything.
I'd almost rather have it done that way though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how yours is set up, or is it
Yeah.
something
Like
different?
I'm not getting charged by anything to make a trade.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes it's a little bit slower, sometimes it's a little.
Dude, the
Yes, it
worst
is.
is like when like Robinhood would like close down their app and people couldn't sell whatever. I don't know if it was Bitcoin at the time or Ethereum, or there was some big name crypto people are trying to sell, and like Robinhood would just, I believe that's right. They just like shut down their app. They didn't shut it down, but they made it so like you couldn't sell or something like that because there was such a huge fluctuation.
Is that GameStop?
It might have been.
I've seen a lot of people. I think I've seen some stuff where people are complaining, but it's not people that like are usually part of the stock market.
Right.
The problem was I don't know if it was Robinhood shutting their stuff down or if it was while GameStop was at a halt level.
Maybe.
Because there's halt levels in stocks where like if it jumps or falls a certain amount within like 5 minutes, it reaches a halt level to where just because the system's not made to go up and down that fast.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when people like are losing thousands of dollars per minute and you can't sell because something is being hung up, like that's
when it reaches that halt level, the only people that are allowed to trade it are like in-person auctions happening in the actual market in New York.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's crazy. So like, and I think halt levels last for like 5 minutes, I want to say. I might just be pulling that out of my butt, but.
Well, you pull a lot out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot goes in there.
But yeah, it's like 5 minutes. And during that whole 5 minutes or however long the halt level lasts, they're in-person trading, live auctions. It's crazy. And then it comes back, and then sometimes it can just jump up another 20% or drop.
Yeah,
It's scary. It's scary. I was in one the other day.
So you just sit there for like, let's say 5 minutes.
And and then it jumped up 10%. I was like, whoa. Dude, it's the craziest thing to see in person. Like you're looking at your little profit loss thing that shows up, and it's like $20. Boom. $120. And you're like, whoa. This is the power of the stock market. Yeah. And it's
kind of scary.
It is scary.
Like you're not even another layer of you not being in control, you know?
Yeah.
Because like you're basically just sit there and wait for someone else to decide if. Man, I guess that's one way to know you're on the right stock for the day, you know?
Yeah. If it is reaching those halt levels and it's going up, more than likely it's going to keep going up.
Right.
More than likely, depending on the news. Like, or some of it's just voodoo in the background and little pump and dumps type schemes.
That's what a lot of those NFT coins or those
the meme coins. Dude, I've been watching people trade those, and it's like straight up crackheads.
Oh, I know. Well, that one kid made like $30K and then just dumped it.
Yo, and dude, they're going up every second.
I know. Yeah.
Like I was sitting there watching. I was watching this guy do it live. And I watched him make like $5,000 in like of him just sitting there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh really?
Like he'd find a play, and off that play he'd like one of them he'd lose like a couple $100. The next one he'd go up like 2 or 3K, and then the next one he'd make a couple hundred, and he's like I don't like this one the way it's like shaping out, and then like. But he would sit there and basically watch a whole slide go through of all the new ones being made. And then he's like watching the news, watching Twitter, and depending on like what the Twitter looks like and how they correlate and like if this looks real or if it looks like a scheme, that's what he would throw his money on. And then he'd throw like 2 or 3 Sol, which is like $140. So like between 140 and like $300 basically.
Dude.
And he put that on there, and then he'd pull out like 5 or 6 Sol.
How would you make a meme coin?
How do you make it?
Yeah.
I have no clue. That is way beyond me.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing for you to learn how to do.
It would be.
Like a DP meme coin?
That would be cool. We made one for the show.
That's what I'm saying.
There's this account on YouTube that like this guy, his name's Mr. Handpay, and all he does is play slot machines. And I saw him like advertising. I don't know if it's a meme coin, but he's trying to share like stake at his channel, which is kind of cool. I haven't seen many people advertise like sharing stakes in their channels, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, we should get a meme coin set up so then when we get huge,
it's worth something, wouldn't it?
You know, then we just put our own money in it. Like we just put like, each like $100 in there, get huge, and then the $100 is like 300x itself.
That would be interesting because we're starting from like
ground zero compared
to like the Hot Tua coin.
Right. Oh yeah, that's already hot.
I don't even know if that's her fault. I don't think it really was. I mean part of it was like trusting the wrong people, but
Yeah, I mean, she's not in control of anything.
Yeah, like
she is a.
somebody basically came up to her, was like, "You want to make a coin?" And she was like, "I don't know."
No, she has a whole team to tell her what to do. Like she's.
Yeah, I think she got deceived.
Oh, big time! I mean, like she went from.
I kind of feel bad, but I kind of don't. Like she also became famous overnight for saying she'd spit on.
Yeah, I mean, she went from being a hoe on Nashville's Broadway to having a team that just took complete advantage of her.
Yeah.
But like that's if you're not.
Which is the sad part, like.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a maturity thing of like. Hold up a second, think through it. You know, surround yourself with real people.
Don't
not
jump on every opportunity that shows itself.
Not your other friend that was with you. That's another hoe that just wanted more screen time too. It's like, I mean, but then you're the one who's the face of it, so you're gonna take the biggest fall.
Yeah,
you know?
She had to take the fall for it. A bunch of people lost money, and it's so funny. She calls her like her little boyfriend Pookie. Yeah, and I seen a clip the other day where she was talking to some like crypto guy, and they were like going through it and like talking about what happened, and he was like, "So how's Pookie?" Like changing the subject a little bit. She's like, "He lost money too." I was like, "Dang, her own people aren't safe." That's fucked up.
Yeah, I think we should look into that. We get a DP coin, and then just throw like a hundo in there.
And I don't know how much it costs to start it up, because
I don't think it costs anything.
Yeah, I don't think we'd have to throw a hundo in there.
Yeah, but just to have like some stake in it.
I think we already own stake in it.
Oh, we own.
It's like a company going public, like they're putting up 20% of their company.
It's crazy
to translate into shares that you can buy on the market.
And there's like 3 of our consistent viewers that just invest in it, and it's like they know what's up.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Because then when we're like 200 episodes deep in this, and we're huge, and then we just replug the DP coin.
Yeah.
That's an opportunity.
We should. Okay, I'll start looking into it. How it's started.
I mean, we already got the YouTube thing like platform down.
I think we advertise it at like episode 25, 30.
Yeah.
Depending on like how quick I can pick it up and like make it one. Yeah. Make it happen, right?
Yeah.
And then that's the only time we plug it.
Yeah, and then wait till like episode
100.
Dude, why are we saying the same thing? Yeah. God, I'm touching you. All right, let's pause. We'll come back real quick. Yup.
And we're back. Is this the 3rd or 4th segment? 4th. Wow, this goes by really quick.
We're just chilling, talking.
It's crazy how we don't even have anything planned because we got kind of sidetracked by our guest, and then we just spit out 4 segments already. I thought this was the 3rd, and I was like about to tell you like, hey, you low-key trying to like cut it off here, get to editing, but it's the 4th one, so like we're just kind of, wow, that was quick.
You know what I did? I just started interviewing you and shit you do.
Yeah, I know.
And I took advantage of you in real time.
Yeah, it's okay. I can.
I know you like it.
I do. Yeah. I think everybody secretly likes being interviewed. I think that's why our guests have such a good time.
People enjoy talking about themselves, and it's just human nature because it's what they like, and people can describe what they like the most because they like it. Yeah. So,
well, there's like 2 different kind of people that like people enjoy spending time with. It's either the most interesting person in the room, or people that make them feel like they're most interesting person in the room.
Yep. And I know I make you feel good.
Yeah. And you're pretty good at playing the field.
Yeah. I try to.
Yeah.
It's part of the occupation.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of your job.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I think we start up a meme coin like that, drop it at like episode 20, 25. I don't know. That's a whole guy in the chair type thing to figure out.
Yeah, that's some real research on my end.
Yeah.
I don't even know where you start.
I don't know. Just basically how to make a NFT or a meme coin or NFT, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And then,
but I do think it'd be really cool if we did that, and then one day it just took off.
Yeah, one day, like you said, plugged it at like 100, 150 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the initial startup crew. This is the first 111 people that are subscribed right now. Yep. Like, even if just a few of them fucking get in there, and it's like $1 or $2.
$10.
Yeah, $10 for hundreds of shares of. of our
could be
meme coin,
something.
and then one day
That'd be sweet.
it pops up like a Donald Trump coin. It just,
That'd be crazy.
dude, that'd be sick.
It'd be like one day how we could like low key plan it without telling people is just one, they rewatch this episode, two, we just start talking about meme coins and people are like, oh wait, it'd be a good idea, and then they start just looking if we have one, and then they discover it that way.
Yeah,
We don't
like
have
they
to plug
naturally
it.
discover it. No, I think we
Yeah.
do plug it. Like
We could.
like
I'm just
really
saying.
far in the future.
Like subconsciously plug it, and then people, because the people that are really interested in it, just that's how you relay the idea without telling. It's like you give them the idea, but you make them feel like it's their own idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we're gonna plug it like when we do it like really early, because this is all friends and family that we're talking to basically.
Yeah, basically.
There's a few randos out there, but like we love them too. But like,
Oh, I just remembered
what?
that one person that commented about like talking about a story about getting a wedgie.
Oh yeah, or was it the urinal? No, not the urinal.
No, it was like you talk about like
A swirly.
no, it was
that
a
what they
wedgie,
call it?
100% a wedgie.
It was a wedgie.
Yeah. I don't have any stories about that because I think if it's the same person, they commented like 2 episodes later. So like great conversation. Now answer my comment. I don't have any stories.
Did they
about
really? They said
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way. Okay, this
Yeah.
is we pull it up. Let's shout them out, bro.
I don't know. Let me go back in the archive.
Yeah, shout them out. We'll-
So here's the thing. Like, I think my brother and dad did it so much where I don't have any stories about it. Because, like, there's nothing was off the table with my brother and my dad. So it's not like
It
I
was-
have one standout story where it, like, happened one time. It
It was
like,
so common it doesn't stand
yeah,
out.
it's like I get home, they kick the shit out of me, and they fucking give me a wedgie.
Do you
It's
remember
like-
the last time you blinked? No.
Right. It's like I literally would get home from school every day and get bullied. So it's like I don't have one story to talk about it because
you have the best bullying stories. They're so funny.
I don't know, dude. It's been a good childhood. Lena Lauren 6784 commented, "Great episode. Answer my question 6 days ago." I'm gonna keep scrolling, see if she.
Do you know that name?
No.
Me neither.
I mean, I may. If I do, it's not personal. I don't know names very well.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, no, I don't have any standout stories.
wedgie story. I actually do have the funniest wedgie story.
Oh well, go ahead. This is
Okay.
this
All
is
right.
what.
So, you know Blake Helson, right?
Yes.
Me, him, and my brother were at his house hanging out,
Yes.
playing video games or something, and Blake wants to mess with my little brother, and he tries to give him a wedgie.
Okay.
And he gets down there and he just starts digging in his pants from behind. My brother looks back and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm trying to give you a wedgie, but I can't find your underwear." He's like, "I'm not wearing any." So he's like digging in his ass for like 5 seconds, trying to give him a wedgie, and he's like, "I'm not wearing any." He jumps off the couch and he's like, "Why aren't you wearing? You're wearing jeans. If you were wearing like,
That's
yo,
you should go to jail, dude.
So it was weird. Yeah, it was like it was even weirder. Like for 1 second, he's low key molesting my little brother, and then he's wearing no underwear and jeans. And I was like, "You're not wearing underwear." We were both surprised about that, but it was just the fact that he tried to give him a wedgie and there was just nothing to wedgie him with in jeans.
Dude, that's devious. How do you put your clothes on and then?
Imagine you did that to an actual school bully back in the day. "Oh, you want to give me a wedgie?
And you just like
You're about to get a fistful of ass."
Yeah, you low key wipe your whole ass crack. Dude, that'd be so. I would throw up. I would throw up.
Dude, that
you
might
see
have
the-
been the hardest I've ever laughed.
Did you see the one clip? This dude like tried robbing this dude in the supermarket, and like he like grabbed him, put his head between his legs, and just gave him a huge ass wedgie, dude. And the dude was like trying to get away, and he was stuck there. It was hilarious.
Those are the best videos of people getting checked in real life, like doing something so
Yeah.
stupid, ignorant, and just.
Or they
getting
call
checked
your
by
bluff. And
Yeah.
they're like, "You're not gonna shoot me, so I'm just gonna fuck you up."
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, it was that Lauren Lena Lauren 6784.
Was it wedgies or swirlies?
Ever gotten a wedgie? If so,
Wedgie.
what's the story? LOL.
I've never gotten a wedgie.
I know I know it's happened so many times. Like, this would be a question to ask my dad when he comes on, whenever he gets down here. It's like, because he's like, oh, fucking idiot, let me tell you about that. So
I gave GT a wedgie.
It's
like,
hilarious. Yeah.
Early childhood, like first grade, kindergarten. We were at his house. It's not like I was bullying him. We were friends, and
Sure.
And I gave him a wedgie. I think he cried, and I think his dad got mad. Like, he's like, I get y'all horsing around, but like you can't. And I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was gonna. Yeah, it was. Yeah, like I felt bad too. I never gave anybody a wedgie again after that. I felt bad.
It's kind of funny though.
Oh, and looking back on it, it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, but like growing up as kids, like that's what you did. And then,
He
like,
probably doesn't remember either, or he'd probably say he never did.
Yeah, he
I
probably
definitely gave him the meanest wedgie.
Yeah. Dude, the worst is like when it rips and shit, and then you got to go fucking change your underwear because it's ripped in half. I had it.
You've had that?
Yeah, dude. That's
Oh
like,
my dude. They're not just destroying your ass.
Dude, I got bullied every day I come home, dude.
That's a good, that's good character development, I think.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think when I have a kid, I'm going to leave them. So they grow up with, like, better.
When he's 12 years old, I'm a dad. I'm going to send him out in the wilderness and not let him come back.
Or I fake my death.
Yeah.
But then
leave, like, a treasure map for him to try to come find me. Like, leave hints, like, I'm a live pussy. And then he'd be like, well, who wrote this?
When he's, like, 25?
No, I'll be, like, 15.
15?
Yeah.
That would work,
Like,
too.
I want him to struggle while he's young.
Yeah.
And learn, like, really fast.
They need it.
Like, send him a birthday
Especially
card.
nowadays. Life's too easy.
Like send him a birthday card, be like, come find me. Oh. Yeah.
Dude, if I like was like on my deathbed, like had cancer, I'd send like letters like that wouldn't show up for like another. They'd be spaced out every 5 years or something. I would definitely
just
do
like
that.
schedule a YouTube video post to be like,
that would work too.
That's what the Luigi guy did, dude. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh yeah, dude, I would definitely do that. I would do stuff like that if I was, like I knew I was gonna die.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't tell anybody either.
No, I would just schedule them out.
Yeah.
And be like, what's up, bitches?
That would be cool.
That'd be legit.
Yeah.
Type shit. I mean,
that'd be devious. That's like some 13 Reasons Why type stuff.
you'd be crazy just to like encrypt your YouTube so it couldn't be hacked, and then just start like front streeting everybody you didn't like with the most devious videos.
Yeah.
And like every week's a new one of you just roasting or like front streeting somebody.
Dude, that would be great.
And then it got huge.
Why don't more people do stuff like that?
I think that's probably the last thing you're thinking about before you die.
Not me.
Well, you're not dying right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you technically are, but you're not in your deathbed.
even if I was like on my deathbed, that's what I'd be thinking about.
Well, maybe you getting there is what's gonna cause it to start.
I might be one of the most famous like dead people
Yeah.
one day.
I just want to film
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Being the most famous dead person.
Yeah, that's what happens. You get famous after you die.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't happen often, but it happens to some people.
Like the painters and sculptors and stuff.
Yeah, like Michelangelo or whatever's. His stuff didn't get famous till after he died.
Dude, that would
That'd be
be
kind of shitty though, man.
That would be.
Like,
dude, I'm putting this bomb freaking artwork out and
dude.
Nobody appreciates it. Skip
Yeah.
forward 1,000 years. Everybody's like, this guy was a genius.
yeah, like, oh, his artwork's
There's nobody like his cat.
Yeah, $10 million for his art piece. And it's like, oh, you crazy, dude. Are you kidding me?
He could have been living the most lavish life.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, dude, quit drawing.
Quit painting.
Get a
with
real
your
job.
fingers, bro. Quit sniffing paint, bro. Go do something.
Get a real job.
Well, shit, fire, man. Anything else? I know we got some editing. You got activities to do this afternoon. I gotta finish my Lego set.
Yeah, you've been working on that for so long.
Hey, you can't rush perfection.
I mean, you can.
No, not
When it's
like
been...
We don't need to put a time frame on stuff.
You know, I think you bought it a year ago.
I didn't buy it.
Okay, it was purchased a year ago and sat there for...
If not more.
for at least probably a year, and then it got halfway built and sat there for another 3 or 4 months.
It's okay.
Where are you gonna put it? Over here?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
There's something more to do.
Well, then you actually need to put a time frame on that,
I'm about to do it right now.
and
Once
then
you
everybody
stop
can
talking.
appreciate your art. FYI, he didn't build that one, so like that's why it's done.
I did not. I purchased it built.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's half off. It's half the price when you buy something built.
Really?
Yeah, that Lego set's the $200 Lego set I bought.
Tell me I don't have to do the work and it's half off.
I know. You literally like lose money doing the work when you buy a Lego set.
It's like paying to do work.
Yeah, it's like paying someone else to do work for them. Like, I like building Legos, but when it's like a 3,000 piece Lego set, no. I just want to buy it when it's finished. It looks cool. Like that's the goal I'm trying to get. Like I don't have fun putting 3,000 pieces together to then get to the end. I just want to see what it looks like at the end.
That's some reverse psychology stuff. I'm about to go down the street to like some kid and be like, if y'all give me $20, I'll let you paint my house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you pay
redo my porch.
Yeah, it's an honor to do it for me. Yeah. And they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, dude.
They'd look, you fall for it. Like, let me talk to my mom.
Let me see if I buy $20 off.
She's got my birthday money.
I'm gonna get it early, and I'm gonna come paint your house. All right, homie G. I mean, we can wrap this up. Yeah. Wrap it and tap it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not wearing my Apple Watch, so I don't know what time it is, but
it is currently 5:11.
That's not bad.
So, all right. Well, we can close out. Everybody, thank you if you're still watching.
Yep. Please like and subscribe.
Laura, if you're still watching, comment. Anybody else comment stuff you want to talk about?
Yeah, tell us what other kind of stories you want to talk about, or
apologies
any other topics. Yeah,
5 episodes later.
We saw your comment. We definitely liked it. We just unfortunately got distracted.
Well, we didn't. I didn't think I had any wedgie story.
Yeah, that was your thing. I thought it was swirlies, so I was like, I don't have any swirly stories.
No, my dad threatened me with that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I've definitely been threatened.
He's like, you have been swirly before? You want to? Huh? I'm like, Dad, no. He's like, I'm only 10, Dad. Stop.
You want that dirty shower?
All right, we're going to close it out. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.